Guys, thanks for tuning in. This is optibotimus coming to you with another video review. And continuing on with our Hobbit The Unexpected Journey reviews, today we'll be taking a look at the 2-pack of Dwalin the Dwarf and Balin. Now, what's kind of weird is it's actually reversed. Normally, the first name is this figure, and then the second name is this one. It's reversed, because that's Balin. And if you're familiar with The Lord of the Rings, Balin is a character that we've heard of before. Gimli mentions him in the original Lord of the Rings as being his cousin. Well, the truth of that is I think it's his first cousin once removed. So he's kind of sort of related, kind of sort of not, but whatever. But absolutely fantastic. Again, these are available individually, but your best bet is to buy them as a 2-pack if you want to buy them together. You'll pay like $20 if you buy them separately. If you buy them together, I think they're $14.99 or something like that. But absolutely, I still love the packaging on here. The image on the background is absolutely beautiful. So very nice. And again, you can see the amount of detail on these figures. Absolutely beautiful kind of wash going on there in Balin's beard. So very nice. Flip around here on the back, and then we have a little bit of a read-up on the Hobbit itself, as well as brief bios on Balin and Dwalin. So very, very cool. You got the nice image right there of the characters. You have other figures that are in the line. Absolutely fun. The Bridge Direct has really put forth a very nice offering with these figures. And as far as I know, looking over at the pile of stuff that I've left to review, this is the last small 2-pack that I have to review. Everything else has larger figures in it. So let's see what we got here, and let's see how cool these guys actually are. Okay guys, so here we have Dwalin and Balin open up and out of their packaging. And starting things off first, we're going to take a look at Balin. Now, I really do like the way that this guy looks. He really kind of has like a pudgy kind of fat guy look to him. And with his big beard and such, he just has a very almost Santa Claus look to him, which is really kind of funny. Now, zooming in here so we can take a look at his details, you can see what I was talking about. I mean, I really do like the wash that they used in his beard here, and as well in his hair, because it gives a nice level of depth to it. Very, very nice. And then again, absolute exquisite molding throughout the body. I mean, there's some wonderful detail throughout here. I mean, you can see it. This really does just impress me with the amount of detail that's going into the sculpt of these figures. I love his boots, just how they're kind of like little pointy ones, like Santa Claus. I mean, this is Santa Claus. Basically, I'm going to start calling him Santa. But I mean, absolutely beautiful detail all the way throughout this guy. For his accessories, he comes with this really nice kind of weapon here. I don't know entirely. I mean, it's a kind of weird looking dagger sort of thing, but I'm sure we're going to see more of this in the actual movie and may get more of a story behind it. But this is absolutely gorgeous looking. I love it. Very nice copper color with black for the handle, as well as his dagger. Oh, that's probably not supposed to happen. Poor guy. Here, let's see if I can get that right back in there. It looks like it's just a ball joint. Yeah, it's just a ball joint. So that was kind of awkward. But all of these weapons, such as the daggers and stuff, have this really nice kind of silver paint, and it's hard to really capture, but there's some nice molded detail on there as well. But like I said, it's really hard to capture because of how small it is. I mean, that's as far as I can get zoomed in with it actually not getting blurry, but you can see very nice detail on here. And then same with this guy here. Very nice. Like I said, hopefully there's a story behind it, because this is a very weird, strange looking weapon. For Balin's articulation, his head is on the ball joint, so a nice range of motion considering, you know, he's got a big giant beard here, so it is limited, but at least you can get him looking left and right. But when you do it, he's looking kind of like that. The arms here are on pin and sockets, so they move in and out, rotate all the way around. Same as the elbow joint here. That moves, and it's very stiff. His wrists do move, and then this one has the wonderful luxury of being able to detach, which that's kind of interesting. He is split here in his robes, so you can sort of get up in there, but again, pin and sockets at the hips, very difficult to actually get at. So this is really unfortunately it for his posability. His knees do bend, though, as you can see, just like so, and then maybe you can have him do a little, well, you can have him do a little walking pose, and he balances fairly nicely there because of the the weird boots that he has, and then they also rotate. But again, it's a little fiddly with the way that his articulation is and such, and you really can't get at it or anything because of his robes here. But very cool nonetheless. Now, once you fiddle with him a little bit, you kind of mess up his standing. So there's Balin. Now, Dwalin is definitely an interesting character. Reading the bio, and if you do want to read the bio, like I said in my previous reviews, all that information will be down in the video description so you can read it. This guy is definitely a warrior. Now, dwarves like fighting just in general, but this guy knocked him over. This guy really seems to like fighting. And this guy has a really mean, stern look. And then what's really kind of cool, he's got like tattoos on his scalp, which is wicked awesome. He's got a completely bald scalp. You got his beard, and then you got his hair coming on here, which is really kind of cool. But again, look at the detail in the paint job throughout his clothing. I mean, this looks fantastic. Absolutely love every bit of it. I mean, even his boots. I mean, you can see the buckles on there. You can see the straps on there. I mean, every bit about these figures have wonderful paint jobs and wonderful sculpts, and including the weapons. I mean, again, staying zoomed in, you can see his hammer here. Absolutely beautiful detail. Come around here, you got axes on his back. Again, well, other than the writing on there, that I don't know what that says. What do you say? It actually doesn't look like it says anything. It just looks like just sculpting that's in it. But those are absolutely wonderful looking. Zooming back to take a closer look at it, his accessories, like I said, he does come with this really nice kind of hammer. Very cool. He does come with a dagger that clips on. It doesn't remove. Oh, that actually does. I thought I just broke it, but dagger that goes in there. Very nice. And then pegs right onto a hole right here. I mean, he's got weapons like you wouldn't believe all over him. Then you come around here to the back, and these actually slide out. They're very hard to get out, and hopefully I'm actually using this back holster thing, which is kind of interesting because, like, you could see it cross weaves these axes, so you can have him dual wielding some heavy duty axes here, which very cool. This one's kind of loose in this hand, but if you keep it kind of angled inward, I guess it works. And then there's no way that I can really see that you're able to get this in there. Well, maybe. Let me see here. Oh no, you actually can. My bad. You can actually fit that through there like so, and you can have that. So really, whatever you want in terms of his display options. Very, very cool. Absolutely love that. So you can have him holding the hammer, or you can have him dual wielding axes. Now, for his articulation, his head's on the ball joint as well, but this one really is stiff. You're not able to get this to move really anywhere. So the limitation on his head posability is very limited, which really does suck. Now the arms also, they move up and down, but because of this little shoulder thing, they have a hard time moving forward and back, so you don't get a lot of forward and back movement with it. So again, very limited on that one. The waist will rotate. The clothes are separate. They're two separate pieces. Unlike Balin, who it's all in one piece, this is two separate pieces, so you can get a little posability with it. The hips are up here underneath this little dress thing, but this is a little bit softer, so there's a little bit more posability with it, but they're the pin and sockets up there. You got pin and socket at the knee, and that's it for his articulation. One thing that I will talk about, I'm sorry, and he does have elbows, but my elbows were very stiff. I had to hold up here and pull very hard to actually get him to bend. It was just a matter of the plastic or the paint was a little bit wet there apparently, and then it dried, keeping it in position. So you just had to pop that joint. But one thing I'm noticing is these wrists feel very, very loose. So don't, at least on my figure, I'm not going to try bending his elbow by pushing down in his hand. I'm going to grab it up here where the actual joint is and bring it down, because that could really make this break. So gotta be careful with that, guys. It's prevalent on mine. I don't know if it's something that's prevalent on everybody's figure, but just be careful. You don't want to break anything. Get that back in there. I'm going to have him dual wielding his axes, because that's actually really, really freaking cool looking. Both of these characters are new characters to the franchise, although, like I said, Balin was mentioned before. It's something that I'm really curious to see. I mean, there seems to be a lot of characters in these new movies, and there was a lot of them in the Lord of the Rings, but I don't know. Whenever you get a lot of characters, it seems like you could really lose a lot in terms of the character development. Now, these movies are being spread out over 3 different movies, so much like what they did with the Lord of the Rings, where some of the storylines broke apart and kind of carried off in their own separate way. Yeah, it could potentially do the exact same thing with The Hobbit. I don't know. I'm really curious. We're getting close to its release, and I'm getting more and more excited. But these 2 characters definitely are very fun in terms of their toy form. And again, if you are collecting these are figures that I would absolutely recommend picking up. They look fantastic. And honestly, for characters that I don't even know, I'm really, really getting attached to a lot of these. Keely and Feely really started off for me. Dwalin and Balin, who are brothers as well, are really making me excited. The looks of these things, it's just incredible looking. So hopefully this hype that I'm building for these characters in this movie will be well placed. Otherwise, I'm going to be very disappointed. So there you have them, Balin and Dwalin. But there you guys have it. So thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. Keep in touch with me. Find out recent purchases as well as upcoming videos all at facebook.com/teambotimus and twitter.com/optibotimus. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.